Hello friends, this is Mustafa here. Today is Git episode 4. We are going to talk about merge vs rebase. First thing first, you should know these two commands are very similar, but they are slightly different and you should know the differences just in case to prevent conflicts and mistakes. If you don't know the differences, you might lose a lot of files or at the end of the day probably very hot conversation with your manager or your team member. So you definitely need to know the differences because it's very important. Let's do that. All right, first thing first, let's talk about merge, right? Let me see how many branch do I have. I have 3 branches. I'm going to create a new branch. I would say branch develop. All right, then switch to develop, and here in develop I'm going to create a new file, name it student.txt. all right, and then I create my comment. You guys all know this thing, and then say, just for the sake of understanding, I would say the branch develop arrow add student. That's it. And now I'm going to modify it. Modify student. I would say first name Joe. Save the file and then add a comment. This time I would say develop arrow modified student and first name, just for the sake of learning. I actually would to modify student one more comment, show you guys, and this time I would say last name. I would say Doe, save the file, same thing, and this time my comment would be last name. All right, so if I just say git log dash dash one line, you all see I have 3 new comments here. This one I added student and then modify it 2 times. You see that. All right. And now let's go back to master. To master, what's my comments? I don't have anything about student yet. All right. So I would say git merge develop. Boom. And then you see the fast forward. Fast forward means the new branch is ahead of the base branch. So our base branch was master, and we created new branch base on the master, named it develop, and now that develop branch is ahead of master branch. That's why it's fast forward. It means bring the commit back to the master. Let's see. Let me do this. All right, so far so good, right? And now if I go back to develop, right? And then modify the student file a little bit. I would add a field of age, I would say 40. And then save the file get add commit I would say develop modified student age. Very good. Now I'm going back to master. Master, the other team member, is just working on the student file too, right? So I would say vim student, and all right, so I'm going to add a new field, call it major, right? I would say math. Save the file, add my comment, and then this time I would say master modified student major. Very good. On master branch, I would say git log dash one line. All right, I don't have the age here because the age field was modified on the develop branch. So now at the end of the day, I want to merge two branches together. If I would say git merge develop, right? Then I have a conflict. Conflict means two different parties are working on the same file. Both of them have their own changes. So the system doesn't know which one is correct. You have to resolve this conflict. All right. How you can do it? You can just open the file, the student file, and then check the conflict, resolve it, save the file, and then add your comment, merge branch develop, boom. I would say git log dash dash one line dash dash graph. Very good. So these three comments was in the beginning from develop branch, right? And then on the master branch, we modified the major field. And then we back to the develop branch and added the age field, right? Very good. And now you see a branching here. If I would show you, see, this is like that. What if we have like 10 features and 10 different parties are working on the 10 features, right? Different teams are working on different features. So again, we have like a lot of branches, and at the end of the day, they have to merge back to the master. What does this do? It creates difficulty to read commits. Nobody knows what that happened. You may lose some commits because somebody squished it. Somebody like, I don't know, somebody not resolving the files, you know? There's a lot of reason you may lose your comments and make it harder for other people. And then how we can resolve this issue, right? Let me just do this. Let me actually reset my changes. I would say git reset, go back to this comment because that's what I need. I would say dash dash hard because please don't use the reset commit because it's very dangerous. Use it if you know what you are doing. Please don't use it if you don't know what it does. All right, now if I clear and I would say git log dash dash one line, and if I would say dash dash graph, okay. Now I backed to the stage where we haven't merged two branches yet. So I have added the major field to the student file from master branch. And also I have add age field to the student file from develop branch. But I haven't merged these two branches yet. All right. We saw it. If we do merge, we see the conflict. How we can resolve it? Before that, I would go back to develop. All right. Now here I have the age one, the age field. Before merging the develop branch to the master branch, we are going to resolve the conflicts and then merge it. So I would say that that's where we are using the rebase. Rebase actually take all your commits from the new branch, all of them, and then bring them to the top of the master branch or the base branch, whatever branch you have a new branch base of. So it takes all the branches, all the changes you have, all your commits, bring it to the top of your base branch. In this case, it makes it a linear commits on the base branch. Let me show you how you can do it. So I would say git rebase. Don't forget, I'm on the develop branch now. I would say git rebase master, right? Okay, I still have the conflict on the student file, right? But it's not a problem. I'm going to resolve it, right? I would say git add, git commit, and I would say resolve the conflicts. And I would say git rebase, because I resolve my conflicts, right? Let me say git status. All right, what does it say? Rebase in progress. Okay, no comments remaining. You are currently editing a comment while rebasing branch. Okay, very good. So we have no conflict now because we resolved it. If I say git log dash dash one line, you see I have a new comment. I resolve the conflicts, okay? And now I would say git rebase dash dash continue. Boom, very good. I would say git log dash dash one line. Very nice. So the major field from master branch came to the develop right now. And we also have resolved the conflicts from the develop branch. Now, if I go back to master branch, git log dash dash one line, we still don't have the changes from the develop branch. All right. Now, if I say git merge develop, boom, again, fast forward, but look at the changes. If I would say git log dash dash one line dash dash graph, boom. Now we have a linear changes, which makes it if you have 10 feature branches, You are not branching them out of the master branch and then merging it back to make it difficult. The rebasing actually bring everything on top of the base branch and then makes everything linear, like here you see it. Now if I do have the other one, very good. So the rebasing basically, it makes it easier for everyone, and if you want to come back to uh, any commits from any branches, it's easier to do that. So before merging it, we prefer to rebase the new branch out of the base branch and then merge it. Now you know how it goes. If I do that and say git log dash dash one line, very good. So if I bring the student file, now you see the first name, the last name, the major, and the age. Hopefully you like it. And this was actually the difference between the merge and rebase. And you should know it when and where to use it. Some company have different strategy. They only use merge. Some company has another strategy. They say you have to do the rebase first and then merge. So it depends on the company. But it's very good to know the difference between them. Hopefully you like it, and have a good day. Goodbye.